Stephen Hawking? Seriously? Yes. It's kind of a clickbait thumbnail. I am so sorry I had to do this. Yeah, yes, it is clickbait. No, it's actually not. No, it's not clickbait. I have actually seen tweets where people claim that Stephen Hawking converted to Islam in his last breath because he was gone for a moment and then he saw the light of God, the light of Allah. Sorry, not God, the light of Allah, and then he converted to Islam. Others didn't have many nice things to say about him. They just said that Muslims shouldn't pray for Stephen Hawking because Stephen Hawking was an atheist, which is a horrible human being. You know, atheists who killed hundreds and thousands and millions of people so far for their God. As a Muslim, you are not supposed to pray for Christians or Jews or atheists or anything else after they die. That's totally normal. That's mainstream Muslim thinking. Don't see that as something shocking. But it's quite shocking to see that if you are not a Muslim, if you are not familiar with that, or if you are a moderate Muslim who doesn't know about Islam anyway, and you see such tweets, it's actually very shocking. I don't even want to talk about this. I don't know why I went into this. I made an Islamic conversion hoaxes video before, and it was received very well, and many people added some other things. So I thought it would be nice to give back a bit and to make another video. The following are a list of people who, according to the internet, or according to people in the Islamic world, or according to some stupid other sources, converted to Islam, but that actually never happened. So, watch. Number 1, Mark Zuckerberg. Yes, Mark Zuckerberg. The story first started when the National Report, a political satire and news website, made an article about Mark Zuckerberg announcing that he converted to Islam, and that his new name is Hani Assad. Of course, many didn't really check the authenticity of that source, and many started to spread this hoax. There are still people going around believing that Mark Zuckerberg actually converted to Islam at some point, but then later no one knows what happened. Well, it never happened. I think we are all glad that it didn't happen, because Facebook and Instagram suck very much right now in terms of free speech. Just imagine Mark Zuckerberg becoming a Muslim. Oh. Number 2, Robert Pattinson. We are talking about the vampire Edward from Twilight. Robert Pattinson, according to an article which has no source and no other basis except being called I don't even know how to say this, to be honest. According to their report, Pattinson converts to Islam. I have no idea what this Hussar Presses is supposed to be, because they have nothing else on their site, and this is the only thing they present. But so many people still believe that Robert Pattinson actually converted to Islam. You can even see huge Facebook posts supported by lots of people, by hundreds of people, believing that he actually converted to Islam. And even some media outlets in the Muslim world spread that hoax. And people started to believe in it, even pretty authentic news sources actually. But there is no truth behind it. Number 3, Bill Gates. I would say he's too smart for that. Anyway, if we do a deep research, many people can't find where this hoax actually come from. But some people suggest that it came from an Arab website, from an Arab news site, that actually fabricated this story as a joke. And many people just missed the joke part. Jackie Chan. In 2015, Jackie Chan visited Malaysia for a ceremony and apparently wore a hat, a traditional local hat. After that, people just started to use this picture and created this story that Jackie Chan embraced Islam. Of course, there is no truth to this, but if you search the internet, you can actually find articles and YouTube videos, and many people believing that Jackie Chan is a Muslim, and even that he's going to the pilgrimage to Saudi Arabia. Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey made some comments before about Muslims and Islam and was sympathetic to it. Well, he's someone who tries not to vanish, so it's understandable. But when he was asked once if he was a Buddhist because of such rumors, he said, "I am a Buddhist, I am a Christian, I am a Muslim, I am whatever you want me to be. It all comes down to the same thing." Many people missed the Buddhist and Christian part and took only the Muslim part. So some people still believe that Jim Carrey is actually a Muslim, even though that never happened. Princess Diana. I don't think I have to tell the story of Princess Diana. I think everyone knows about Princess Diana, who died in an accident, and people still spread the conspiracy theories that she was killed, while many Muslims believe that she was killed because she converted to Islam. And of course, that is more believable than the actual story for which proof exists. Ellen Burstyn. This one is actually not a hoax, but it is pretty weird. Ellen Burstyn announced before that she started to read the Quran and she was interested in the Islamic religion and in Sufism. Now, some Muslims today use Ellen Burstyn's conversion and use it in lists like celebrities you didn't know were Muslims. Well, Ellen Burstyn is a member of a Sufi order, but she also explained before that her Sufi order doesn't really follow Islamic law. In her weird practices, and I have never heard of those before, she prays to everything. She prays to the Christian God, to the Muslim God, to Hindu gods, and to whatever. So from a Muslim perspective, she is just as much a Muslim as Jesus. Wait, Muslims actually claim that Jesus was a Muslim. Anyway, you know what I mean. Madonna. Back in 2014, Madonna wore a black burqa because she was bored. Well, many people found that offensive, but later she also said that she was quite interested in Islam and she started to study the Quran. That was apparently enough to believe that she converted to Islam, according to many Muslims. People just believe everything. The Undertaker. Mark William Calloway, also known as The Undertaker, met a Muslim sheikh on a plane in 2004, and there was a photo of him shaking the hand of the sheikh. That photo was enough to make people believe that he actually converted to Islam. The hoax is still around and believed by quite a fair amount of people. Of course, it was a total fabrication. A photo doesn't say anything, and he didn't say anything about it either. George Clooney. At some point of his life, it was rumored that George Clooney dated Pakistani writer Fatima Bhutto, who is also related to former Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto. After that story ran, people also made up the story that he converted to Islam, which is quite understandable because Muslim women are not allowed to marry non-Muslim men, according to Islam. While George Clooney would hardly consider converting to another religion just to date a woman. It never happened. Lindsay Lohan. In the first video, I said I won't talk about her, but it's funny, so let's just do it. Or maybe I'm just doing it because I couldn't find others, but just ignore that part. It's probably not true. Lindsay Lohan is quite a weird person, and if you think she's probably one of the most intelligent people in Hollywood, the opposite is probably closer to the truth. In 2015, Lindsay Lohan was seen carrying a Quran. That's where the rumors actually started. Later in 2016 and in 2017, she made some totally weird acts that many people interpreted as conversion to Islam. She went to Turkey, met the Turkish president, started to help Muslims and refugees, and all the other publicity crap. On her Instagram, it says Salam Alaikum, which is the Muslim greeting. And when the rumor started to spread, she also deleted all her pictures on Instagram, which made people even more believe that she converted to Islam, because nudity, and this is considered nudity, is not allowed in Islam. Shortly after, when she started to post photos of herself again with nudity, people started to make very, very weird comments, and I had a lot of fun reading them. Muslims were very disappointed that she was suddenly dressing like this again, even though she converted to Islam. Well, she also went to India and to other countries where she participated in forms of meditations, and she never confirmed that she converted to Islam. She probably didn't. But whether she did or not, it actually doesn't really matter. Lindsay Lohan is not a very bright person. Paris Hilton. When you come to Paris Hilton, you can just apply the same comments that I gave to Lindsay Lohan. The news that Paris Hilton converted to Islam first appeared in a newspaper called the Daily Squib. Well, the Daily Squib was a newspaper that is totally satirical. It even claims that it was established in 1862, when it was actually established in 2007. Many people believed stories that were posted in the Daily Squib, but they were all fabricated. And this story was also taken by many Muslims and Muslim media outlets and was spread as truth. Of course, it is not the truth. But Muslims should also not be so proud of Paris Hilton converting to Islam. That would just lower their IQ level even further. And that's it. As said, they believe everything. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like my content in general and want to see more from the Apostate Prophet, please consider supporting me on Patreon. The link is below in the description. It's very easy to sign up, and you can pledge a low amount if you want to do so, or a high amount, which I would appreciate also very much, and can directly support my work here on YouTube and on other platforms. To be up to date, you can also follow me on social media. I'm very active on Instagram and on Twitter. And that's it. Thank you for watching, and stay away from Islam.